The laughter was cruel. A wealthy man looked at the son of a cleaning lady and mocked him. But the boy did not bow. He lifted his head and said only 4 words, "I speak 9 languages." What happened next left the entire room in silence. The laughter echoed through the marble hall like a crack in the air. An Arab millionaire, dressed in silk and pride, had just dismissed the boy standing before him. His words were sharp, coated with disbelief, the kind of laugh that doesn't rise from joy but from judgment. The boy, quiet but steady, did not flinch. He only raised his eyes, dark with fire yet calm with patience, and whispered, "I speak 9 languages." For a moment, silence ruled the room. The very silence that often follows arrogance, when pride underestimates truth. The guests nearby exchanged uneasy glances. What could a cleaning lady's son truly know? What could he possibly prove? But the boy remained motionless, his presence strong in its stillness. This was not the face of defiance. It was the face of dignity, born from struggle and sharpened by years no one else had seen. His name was Malik. His mother, a black woman, worked long nights as a cleaning lady in the same building where the wealthy gathered in gold-draped halls. Every morning, Malik would smell the sting of bleach on her hands as she hugged him before school. He would hear the exhaustion in her breathing, the creak of her shoes worn thin, yet her smile never broke. Malik had grown up in shadows, between buckets, mops, and the quiet whispers of those who thought they were unseen. While others mocked, he listened. When people spoke, he absorbed every syllable, every accent, every rhythm of language as though it were music. French from one neighbor, Arabic from another. Spanish whispered through market stalls. English, broken and whole, echoing through schools and shops. At night, under dim lights, he read aloud the books his mother rescued from the trash. Dictionaries, storybooks, even worn-out newspapers. His fingers traced words until they felt alive. His ears memorized sounds until they turned into songs. To Malik, every word was a door, and he refused to live in a house with only one. So when the millionaire laughed at him that day, it wasn't just arrogance. It was the sound of centuries of dismissal. But Malik's silence was heavier than the laugh. He carried the weight of every sacrifice his mother had made, every bruise on her hand, every insult she had swallowed in silence. The crowd expected Malik to shrink. Instead, he stood taller. His lips opened again, not to argue, but to reveal. He began speaking, first in Arabic, his words flowing like a river over stone. The millionaire's smirk faltered. Then, without pause, Malik shifted to French, his sentences clear and sharp. Spanish followed, bright and rhythmic. Italian came next, rolling smooth and proud. By the 5th language, the room was no longer laughing. By the 9th, silence had transformed into awe. One man whispered, "This is not just talent. This is power." Malik's words were not loud. They didn't need to be. His power lay not in volume, but in mastery. And in that moment, every guest in the room understood the truth. Respect is not inherited by wealth. It is earned through perseverance, sacrifice, and resilience. The millionaire lowered his gaze. For the first time that evening, his pride bent under the weight of humility. Malik had not shouted, had not demanded. He had simply revealed what was always within him. The boy's voice carried a message deeper than words. Dignity does not come from what others give you. It comes from what you refuse to let them take away. That night, whispers spread beyond the hall. People spoke not of the millionaire's wealth, but of the cleaning lady's son. Some called him a prodigy. Others called him a reminder that greatness is often hidden in the very places the world refuses to look. Malik returned home, his mother waiting with tired eyes. He did not boast. He only kissed her hands, rough with years of work, and said softly, "Everything I know began with you. Dignity does not come from what others give you. It comes from what you refuse to let them take away." By the end of this story, a lesson remains clear. The world often laughs at what it does not understand. But when truth is revealed, laughter turns into silence, and silence into respect. To everyone watching, remember this: silent strength is the loudest voice in any room. And so, a boy once dismissed became a symbol of strength. Not because of his words alone, but because of the silence he carried, the dignity he refused to surrender, and the sacrifices he honored. The world often measures people by titles, money, or status. But Malik reminded everyone that true worth is not found in wealth. It is built in the quiet resilience of those who rise above mockery and hardship. If this story moved you, take a moment to reflect. How many hidden voices around us carry wisdom we've yet to hear? Comment below where you're watching from, and share your thoughts about Malik's courage and his mother's sacrifice. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories that uncover the unseen power of silent heroes, because sometimes the quietest voices tell the loudest truths. Remember this: respect may be denied for a moment, but dignity, once revealed, cannot be ignored.